opening poem of the book, title poem. The Grief Committee. A black racer who played dead as a vice chair's visibility in the dollarweed, holding the secret of his life, or hidden in the lore petulant you pruned each spring as you approached. He'll be there, as will the secretary chickadees you see each fall at the feeder, caching thousands of seeds, like minutes in cavities of bark and tree. Don't forget the sleepy millipedes curled up on the porch, the ones you swept away time after time, yet they crawled back predictably. An inconvenience, but what would life be without them? Scavenging decay in spaces you'll never go, under logs or beneath the damp lawn thatch. All your precious Labradors will retrieve their leashes tethered to you once again. The auditor wolf you feared sends all his best regrets. Human ad hocs register petitions of forgiveness, a fresh start, each beating heart and memory preserved in the meeting minutes. By her muted feathers you'll discern the young red-shouldered hawk, a fixture on your backyard post, facing the scene of her last kill. While the Grief Committee chairs, the cranes, who see it all, as sandhills do, plan the annual gala. Tables for the lost, our newly bereaved, in a sky of white cloths with your mother's silver gardenias for a centerpiece. They'll bugle their flock of mourners for you, setting every place. So some of these poems may need a little introduction. I'll say a few things about them quickly. And some, if I feel like they just flow, I'll just keep reading. I think this one kind of flows. Avian Inventory. Nothing on the planet is faster than the peregrine falcon diving for prey at speeds where lungs by rights should burst, but theirs survive, thanks to a bony bump on the nose, disrupting airflow, says the guide, from a lookout, as I squinted hope, but missed the flight. Imagine the world's most widespread raptor, the wing my life careens to on its clothes. As I inventory sightings overlooked, a flock of swallowtail kites foraging in the lowlands, a whooping crane stooping for grubs in the prairie, crooked grace, red-faced outlier among silvery sandhills, where I dreamt the thrill of being first in my reporting, but lived for rapture others left in logs. The point is vanishing, an empty sky, where my head spins, full of the missing, never seen or to be seen again, until one late May day, a black silhouette against white feather slices my field of vision, draws my eyes high above the building corners, and where I've given up on dancing, in the span of seconds and eternity, a single swallowtail glides. Of course, I have to read a hurricane poem.
Yeah.
What's left of us is shaken. We know the drill. Plywood cut to sills, to cover glass, bolted, battened down to face the worst winds of a decade. Supercells spun inland from the sea, each hurricane worse than the last. Shock of debris, brown brush, decapitated palms planted by a flock of deniers. What's left of them, of us, is shaken, wonders, why rebuild? We'll come back. It could have been worse. Some of those blacked out for days made do with candlelight. Others discovered how much brighter the stars appeared in the darker nights. I write a lot about birds. I do. And I wrote this poem, and I write a lot about mothers, not just my mother, but just mothering. And I wrote this poem not long after my mother-in-law passed away. Some of you may know Chad came from Utah, and a whole big family out there in Utah. and lots and lots of them. and when we were out there for her, my mother-in-law's